Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Conversations with Cornelius. I'm your host, Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan, and I am on the lover's couch today with...
It's a lover's couch, is it?
Do you not know the concept
I didn't
of this
realise,
podcast?
no. I didn't. What are we doing?
But basically, what we do is we start off with all our clothes on, and then we kind of start making suggestions. I'll kiss the back of your neck. You kind of rub the inside of my thigh, and...
I was here for FIFA. I didn't
We can play
realise
FIFA instead.
this
We can
was
play
it.
FIFA instead. We can totally play FIFA instead. Well, sure, look, we'll just see what happens. Do you want to take off your pants?
I don't,
Okay.
but I
all
can
right.
do.
You can do?
I can do, yeah.
You want to or you can do? I don't.
Let's see where it goes,
Okay, let's see where it goes. This could be my first OnlyFans podcast.
So this is a new thing, is it? So I haven't been here now for a year.
No, I know that you're a bit of a dinosaur, but this isn't a new thing. This is called a camera.
That's a camera, yeah. No, I realise that, but where is it going?
It's going nowhere. It's just standing there on a tripod, looking at us.
But this footage, where am I heading to?
OnlyFans. You're going to be on OnlyFans. Wouldn't you just take off the top there?
Oh, really?
Would you mind?
I could do.
No, don't take off your top, but do. We're in the good room in my house. This is episode 160 something. I am with former Patreon. To this.
Okay, I just want to clear that up. There was an issue with my credit card, and that's why my patronage ended about a year ago.
Yeah.
No, I just didn't have time to resubscribe. Yeah.
You had no time.
Listen, you're doing very well in it. I hear you have over like 30.
35 patrons.
That's very good. But
it's not great, Pete. It's not great, right? No, I love
But
every
it
one of
depends how
them.
much they're paying. Now, if they're paying a high fee, it's actually really good.
No,
So
you were paying a high fee. You were paying $7.
I was paying. Oh, what are these people paying?
Yeah. Most people are paying a $5 now.
Paying a $5 now.
Yeah.
I mean, that could still get you stuff from the shop.
It could, yeah, but my kids are actually malnourished.
Nutritioned?
Malnutritioned.
Actually, it's
Malnourished.
No.
Yeah, malnourished. We speak for a living, and so here we are with a former patron and whatever, Peter Carroll.
It was time to get out though. The quality was dipping. No, I didn't realise Noel is back in action.
Well, Noel is always on the Patreon, man.
I would have paid for that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just you.
Sure, you could sign up again today.
I could do.
Yeah.
I just have to get my card. I don't have it on me.
Will we pause this and do you want to run out? Will I drive you back to the house?
It'd just be wasted time, wouldn't we?
I don't mind wasting. I sure you wasted
And
it.
continuity as well. I'd probably change t-shirts every time I come back home, so I just wouldn't.
I don't mind.
They might though.
I
You
don't
could
care
throw it
about them. There's only a few of them there.
How many views are you getting?
Anyway, lots, mate.
Lots,
okay,
yeah, okay.
You know what's a number? Infinity. Numbers go on forever. Fibonacci.
Fibonacci numbers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of those.
Yeah.
Explain to me what.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to explain to you
Yes,
Fibonacci?
please.
Okay. Well, first of all, what's that? Something happened in my throat there, man.
Are you okay?
I don't think so.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I'll have to fucking stop talking about whatever I was doing there because it was clearly hurting the bottom of the base of my throat.
Kind of a psychological thing.
It's more a psychological thing, actually.
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah, it is definitely psychological. So what do you think of the setup?
No, I think it's very nice. I can see the PlayStation over. That's very nice. I
Yeah.
can see a little cage here. So I don't know if you've rabbits
Would
there.
you hop into that there for a second? I just wanted to...
That's what I do. I just
Yeah.
after the introduction, hop into the cage.
Yeah, just hop into that cage there and we'll lock you in. I mean, we'll just see if
It's
you can
quite
fit
small. I could step over
in.
it too.
You'll be grand.
Okay.
Just get into it.
So I head
Take your
over
top
sort
off
of-
though first.
It's becoming to feel a bit uncomfortable, but sure, look, here we are.
Sure, look, it's on camera now.
Do you remember before I used to finish the show, you used to get me to strip naked? Do you remember that? It was so stupid afterwards, wasn't it? Remember the
What?
copper show in Cork?
I used to get you to strip naked.
Yeah, well, not naked, down to my underwear. Remember, I used to have writing on my body. I can't remember.
What was the concept? We did that inside some hotel in Cork, all right?
Yeah, it was a copper show that I booked, and they were just looking at us afterwards. They were literally eating their food. The next thing, the end of the show, you got me. You were reciting a song or a poem, and bit by bit, I would just finish up by taking off an article of clothing. It was the most stupid thing. How you persuaded me to do that?
And was I singing a song? Was I playing the guitar?
Yeah, that was it. You were playing guitar. Yeah, it wasn't
yeah.
a poem. It was a song. I can't remember what the song was, but it was probably not
And
great.
you used to do a dance as well. Do you remember that?
Sure, I can.
You used to do a dance.
What the fuck was this?
And I was there just like strumming on 2 chords on a song that I made up.
Like at the time, I was doing gigs for Microsoft and Google, and next thing you got me to fucking do it.
Do you know what we'll do now? Right? What we'll do is I know now this is a corporate dinner and they've all paid 500 quid a ticket to get in here. I have this song right, about fucking rabies. And as we go along, you take off an item of clothing.
Yeah, and it was like writing on me or something. You should put writing. But I just remember this thing that you
I
had a
do
Sharpie marker. You're writing stuff on me. I hope it was something to do with the show or
Yeah.
just fucking.
I forget what that was. I remember that, and I remember you used to be freaked out because you're like, is this going to kill me? No.
I don't like stuff on my body. Like.
Yeah, but you put it on.
I did it
for art.
For art, I did.
Yeah.
Was it worth it? Well, judging by the reactions, it wasn't.
Well, look where you are now.
I am sitting on the sofa with yourself,
You know.
and you once again tried to get me to take off my clothes. It's gone full circle.
So today's guest, ladies and gentlemen, is the Mine Guy, aka Pete Carroll, aka the.
Yeah, last time I could hide behind my, my name, the Mine Guy. Now, I suppose the two or three people now that can see me.
Well, there'll be up to 6 or 7 people that'll watch this now, because I'll watch it I'll watch it. I'll make Harvey and Hunter watch it. You'll watch it yourself, maybe.
You might have a kind of a click farm.
That's 5.
Can you get that on YouTube or just?
Click farm.
It's just like these guys in Taiwan or China, not the stereotype, but it usually comes from that.
Well, that's stereotype.
Or India, and they just have these farms.
What have you got against Indians and?
I love India. Not long back from India, I think they burn a lot there, though. I have to say, they burn
a lot of rubbish.
Plastics and rubbish. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
So
they're responsible for global warming.
Yeah, I don't think paper straws are going to cut it really after being out there, but sure.
Yeah, but what about the jumbo jets that are being flown around the world with the
Yeah, with the even the politicians flying away for Paddy's Day. See, topical Paddy's Day. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just cutting edge, really, podcasters when it comes out to there's nothing off.
Oh, you're a podcaster. Really? You could actually say you're a podcaster.
I can
You've over
say
100 podcasts done.
Your words.
Well, you said it at the start. I wouldn't have known otherwise.
Yeah, but you kind of repeated those words.
Yeah, but they were just glued into my head, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair play. Podcaster.
So you're like in your head, you're like, yeah, Con's a podcaster.
We're a podcaster.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Do you do research before a podcast? No. That's what we just sat down to put a camera on.
Yeah.
Noel left, and you say go.
But I learned.
I didn't even realise this was going to be a thing.
Yeah, and here we are. We're having it now, and how professional is it?
I know. I know. It's very nice. It's just,
No, I don't. Tell the listeners.
I don't know.
Tell the listener.
I don't know them. It's very kind of
personal.
Listener. My thoughts.
Will we play trending topics with Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan?
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, where's my phone?
Okay, well, you be prepared. There's a briefcase over there. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
What's in it?
Do you know what's in that now? Is photographs of my wedding.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
So if we get stuck for something to say, we can just get those.
Have a look at them.
Yeah. Have you done that yet in the podcast?
Never done that. No, on the podcast.
There you go.
See, I don't know now. Like, as you know, I'm just picking this up now, so this is whatever comes into the head.
Did they know there's nothing organised?
They know it. They know it because they're listening on a regular basis, Pete.
100%.
And
you get regular.
Yeah, patrons and regular listeners. Yeah.
So you have 35 patrons, so you should have at least 35 views.
Well, I actually have 38 patrons.
38 jumped up 3?
Yeah, there's 3 patrons that are just in there, not paying any money. And
how come I wasn't offered this deal?
But anybody can go on, but I don't know why they're there because you can't get to see anything. You just sign up as a patron, but you actually get to see nothing because it's all behind. So 38 patrons. So get it right, okay?
Okay, 38.
Hashtag St. Patrick's.
Yeah, I mean St. Patrick's Day, isn't it?
When is St. Patrick's Day?
Is it
Sunday?
Is it this weekend? Yeah,
it is actually. Yeah,
I don't even know. What is it? Is it the 17th? 17th every time.
17th, yeah.
I'm not too pushed about it. I know Cloud when she first came to Ireland. She's Mexican, and when she came to Ireland, they did a big. They started drinking at 10:30, but I think it's more of a celebration for foreigners to come over here and people with different.
You just hate the foreigners, the Chinese.
I'm married to a Mexican,
Indians.
so obviously I have some sort of affinity towards.
You hate them so much, you married one.
I married him. Yeah, I'm going to take him out from the inside. Is what I'm doing. Yeah,
that's it. One at a time.
One at a time.
How many people live in Mexico?
There's a lot in it. There's definitely over 70.
So that's a lot of debts, man, on your hand.
That's a lot of debts on my hand, yeah. So, yeah.
St. Patrick, do you know what, like, you see, I'm bringing you on here now to kind of, like, it's up to you to kind of regale me with, like, some sort of...
Facts about St. Patrick?
St. Patrick, what you know about him, right?
I don't know how point. He chased around a few snakes, like, and that's about it, really. But that's what I'm saying. It's a bigger thing elsewhere than what it is here, isn't it? We don't really celebrate. Do we have local fucking parades?
The country comes to us...
Are you going to...
Oh, of course, away. Cunt, fuck, pussy, shit, ass.
But that, like, if you...
I don't care whether I live or die.
But you lose money that way, don't you? You'd be demonetised by cursing.
Fuck.
So
how can you take away, like, I'm like, how can, like, if they take anything else away, like, I mean, can they take my dignity away?
That's
Take off your top there. Let's take off our tops. We need patrons. What did you say there? Is it a big deal? Well, it's a bank holiday. The whole country comes to a standstill. Yeah. Every single town and village in the whole of Ireland do parades.
Do they?
They do, Pete. They do. It's big enough. Our government fly to America to have a seat at the table with the American government, who are apparently the greatest leaders in the world, and I don't think they are. And get to sit in front with it's a real coveted position. It is one of the biggest selling points for the country of Ireland. I think it is.
No, but I understand all that. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, no, it's a big thing for other cultures and other people looking at us. But I don't know, is it a big thing for you or is it a big thing for me? Maybe you with kids, maybe you take them to parade or something.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, don't get me wrong, I hate it.
Yeah, I won't even know. It's
yeah,
St. Paddy's
I probably. Well, what am I doing to St. Patrick's Day now? I'm in Bantry I'm in Bantry on Friday. I'm in Court McSherry on Saturday.
What are these?
Gigs. And then Sunday then is Paddy's Day. I'd probably get cut for fucking going to a parade, alright?
Yeah, parade.
I've got two small boys.
And they're not very good local ones, are they? I mean, there's a lot of spirit there, you could say.
Spirit. I suppose, now that I have kids, I'm definitely more into local community and spirit and all that kind of carry on. And obviously GA is heavily involved in that as well. So it's just another facet. I suppose when you're living in a community, it's nice to be a part of it in some way, shape or form. But given the choice, I would not leave the house. I prefer to play FIFA.
So if I see you at the parade, you're forced there. Really?
Yeah,
but I won't be there.
You won't be there. You've
so
no kids.
Yeah.
When you die, no, your lineage is gone. I've got 3 boys.
I'm still in my prime. I can still have kids. I mean, who's to say I want kids?
Periods. What?
Yeah, I could actually still have kids. Clint Eastwood had a kid when he was
Well, men, it's okay for men, I suppose, but it's harder for. Actually, I don't know how old you are. How old are you?
I'm 38.
You're not 38.
I'm 40.
How old are you?
40.
40
Just
what?
40. No, 40. Yeah, my birthday is later on.
You're 41 in March.
It's this month. You're March man as well, aren't you?
But we're not talking about me. We're talking about you. You're 41 in a couple of days.
I mean, I could have kids for
their
their
birthday.
Thanks
for a 41-year-old on my podcast.
Yeah, well,
I'm in my. I'm 46. You're 41. So
I'm 40.
If you
when was your
add on the
46
two
birthday?
ages and then divide by 2, we're both in our early 40s.
We're both in our early 40s. Well, you're
we're both in our early 40s.
You're running fast, so you're
early
late
40s.
40s, to be honest.
If they were how old are the lads? Early 40s.
But you ever look at the lads you watched when you were younger, the soccer players and the kind of actors and stuff, and the guys you grew up with, and they're all old now and they're dead.
Brad Pitt now is pushing on.
He's still handsome though.
Yeah.
He would still be handsome. So
yeah.
I've never seen Brad Pitt, without good lighting and stuff. So I don't know. Is he actually really handsome?
Nah, he's handsome.
No,
yeah.
but I mean, no,
he's not as handsome as peak Brad Pitt, Fight Club.
Yeah, Meet Joe Black.
Get my cheese. I never watched that movie.
Great movie, yeah.
Is he the devil in that?
He is dead, not the devil. Yeah.
Wow, and is he coming after Anthony Hopkins or something?
He's coming after Anthony Hopkins, but in a very kind of turns out to be a very pleasant way.
Okay, so death is nice in it.
Yeah, death has he's redeeming kind of features, yeah. So he's actually not all bad. It's actually quite good. Slow moving.
Movie reviews as well on the podcast.
We do everything. We do everything.
Literally, commonality stuff like St. Patrick's Day, that's in the vogue.
That was a good word, by the way. You stumbled initially, but you got through it.
I'm stumbling a lot.
You continue on.
I had a little. I'm off the smoke after the weed.
Are you?
Yeah, but no, I'm on the edibles.
Okay.
I'm on the edibles. So I have they're because I don't want my lungs. I was saying this on stage. You were at the show. So I'm eating the edibles, and they're kind of a slow release. And in the last 5 minutes, I've really started to notice that I was like, "Oh shit!" And so words sometimes when you're on the journey up the escalator, the words can kind of blah 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 blah.
Oh, okay, kind of merge into one.
Into one word. What word did I say there that didn't make sense?
Commonality.
Commonality.
Is what you were struggling with.
That's a word that
the
common people struggle with in general.
Yeah, it's a good word.
It is a good word.
In fairness, even your fucking high state, you're doing quite well. You fucking do quite well.
Get back to St. Patrick. No, you're giving him so. First of all, the problem I have with St. Patrick is he's not even Irish.
Yeah, was he Welsh?
Welsh.
That just came out of the ether.
Well done. You were listening in primary school back in 5th class. That's when we would learn about it, 4th and 5th class.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
He was Welsh. He was stolen. He was a slave.
He was a slave, was he?
He was a
Hey,
slave.
1 second, no. Is he real, like? Or is he just a legend, isn't he?
Real,
St. Patrick is real.
apparently. Same way as Jesus is real. It's up to you whether you believe it or not.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way we can prove anyone is real. Brad Pitt mightn't even be real.
Well, that's true, yeah. He
You
could
know?
be some fucking NPC for all
He
we
could
know.
be an NPC, man.
Yeah.
Just from going around the place. And all we've ever seen him is on movies. He, like, you know,
Yeah,
he could be,
yeah.
you know. No, he's aging great.
He's 50 odd now, isn't he?
Yeah.
55.
But, like, is he happy?
He probably is, yeah.
But he's
He's
after splitting up with Angelina Jolie.
That's a while back,
Did-
doesn't it?
yeah,
Is
but
it?
load of kids. Did a load of kids. He doesn't get to see the kids that much.
Do you know what? I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say he's happy.
Think he's happy?
I think he's happy, yeah. I think he's very happy.
He's probably getting a lot of pussy, all right.
He could get literally anyone. he wants.
Anything he
Well, I wouldn't
wants.
say that.
But you know what? When you're that age, I'm that age, I wouldn't give a shit about getting pussy now. I couldn't care less.
I can't relate. I'm a lot younger than yourself, so.
Well, we're
I'll
both in our
take-
mid
I'll take your
40s.
word for it, like.
Well, we're both in our mid 40s, like statistically average, the mean between your age and my age divided by 2.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. We put it like that.
41.
Makes no sense.
40, yeah. And about 43 or 4 between us.
Yeah. And how are you feeling now? You're 46
Great.
years on the planet.
Well, I'd say Brad Pitt and myself now we've the same.
Well, let me interject there. You're running, which is good.
Yes, I'm running.
So that's very good. Yeah.
I'm running now, yeah, running all the time.
So let's not beat you too much.
No.
Just take that.
Training and back into saunas as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so joined back up the gym. So going well, happy enough now, feeling. But you know why I started training? Really, is I started training in the new year. Myself and Noel did it together. Is because I was so busy on the road all the fucking time. I was like, I need to be strong for this. I actually need to be physically strong.
You do
for
need
it.
to build up tolerance, yeah.
Yeah, and I find that, and when I'm doing my own show tour as well, an hour is a long time on stage. Like,
Yeah. It's not just it's mentally as well, though, isn't it?
mentally you're fatigued, but physically you could be quite like.
Well, I think you're your own worst enemies. I walked past the window there before the show. You were dancing,
Oh,
just
yeah.
to yourself.
Yeah, but I get into competitive.
That was what is he doing? You were literally dancing to yourself, happy out. I've never seen a man so happy.
I was in great form.
There was nobody about, like. There was just you dancing. I
Yeah.
just happened to look in the window. It looked a bit mental.
This was in Whelan's in Dublin. Pete came to see me in Whelan's a couple of weeks ago with Claudia and a few of your friends.
They really enjoyed it.
Yeah. What about yourself then?
They loved it.
And yourself?
Oh, yeah, they were laughing. Tears were down there.
Yeah, there was a few of them there, was there?
There was a few of them there.
How
yeah.
many were there?
Well, there was a girl she said she was from, I asked her, is she from Spain? She said, yeah, well, I'm from Chile. So I didn't really get that, but she's from Chile.
You
There
just hate fucking foreigners, man.
I'm just
like,
pointing out where she's from. She's from Chile.
oh yeah.
Yeah, lovely girl. And then there was 2 Spaniards, lovely couple. And then there was my Mexican wife, and then there was myself.
So the Chileans, the Mexicans, the Spanish,
They're all well
the
represented.
Irish, all loved it.
They all did now, in fairness.
Yeah.
All the continentals
The Irish, the Spanish,
and the South Americans and the Central Americans.
they all loved it, yeah?
They all loved it, yeah.
Great. And I threw you the Irish in there as well. So you had a great time, yeah?
You can throw me in as well.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, you can throw me in. I was there as well, yeah.
Yeah.
You're dead right.
But no, like coming into the show, genuinely, like the hour before the show, I'm just fucking trying to get myself up for it and just get into it. And I dance away and I'd be singing and fucking.
I noticed you do.
Yeah.
That's right. Did you go to your power stance by any chance?
I do. Oh my God, man. I do all that shit.
We used to have a manager.
I do all that shit.
Who used to go into these power stances just before shows. And I remember distinctly, we probably talked about it, you took a photo of him while he was doing it, and he turned around at the exact time that you were taking a photo.
Caught me.
He got you. And there
Wasn't
was
our
this-
manager for much longer
there was
after
this
that.
awkward silence between the 3 of us. He looked at you looked at me, I looked at him. And
He walked away.
He walked. It was
You
just,
and me broke our holds laughing.
well, you were taking a photo with tears rolling down your eyes. It was just, it's the most awkward thing. I still remember his face, and he didn't take it well. Do you know the way a person might laugh it off and go, yeah. And he's a gentleman.
And gentlemen, I got in contact with him and everything during COVID to see how he was keeping and
Is he
stuff like
still
that.
about?
Yeah. You didn't get in contact with him at all yourself?
No, I
yeah?
cut him off. There's no
Gentleman, is it? You just but you're like,
yeah, but sure, you can't keep in contact with everyone you meet.
you can. I know everybody.
You keep in contact with everyone.
I was in a ward now when I was born with 16 babies, and I keep in contact. Every year I'll text them on their birthday. Every person I've ever met in my life. Imagine if you keep in contact with every single person you ever met in your life. What was I going to say? I don't know what I was going to
There weren't
say.
even no time for anything. It's fucking crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you watching Larry David last season? Curb Your
I
Enthusiasm?
haven't watched the last season yet. No.
Okay, I won't say anything. So.
No.
It's amazing how they've aged. He started the series, he's 50 odd, 52, he's now 76.
Yeah.
75.
He hasn't aged today.
He fucking has, if you see him.
No, he has.
You can tell by people's nicks, can't you? It's the nick that gives it away.
Your man died.
Richard Lewis.
Yeah.
And there was another star that she was died.
The tall fella that was like...
Very funny guy.
He's dead as well.
He's dead as well, yeah.
Sure, that's why they're probably stopping it.
They're all dying,
They're
yeah.
all literally dying.
Literally dying. They actually...
what a great way to go, though, like, to make something like that with your friends for 20-odd years. You don't give a shit about money. They're just, like... And... Curb Your Enthusiasm. We're talking about Curb Your Enthusiasm, by the way.
Great show. They were born in the same hospital, those two.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
amazing. Met each other again when they were 13, and again they hated each other initially.
Lewis hated him more though.
More so, yeah. They're amazing.
And
imagine doing stand-up comedy in New York together and growing up together, and then writing a show, and your friend is starring in it. It's amazing. Isn't
it's
it?
Fucking great.
Yeah. It's class. Yeah,
it's great. It's great, and like, it's a fucking. Like, America is very interesting to me. I watch a lot of American stand-up and a lot of listen to a lot of American podcasts lately, and I actually think I was only talking to Dan Lucas this morning about this on the WhatsApp.
Dan, very good actually.
Great.
I really enjoyed his set now in Dublin. Go on, yeah. Made my night, really.
Dan, to support that.
Dan, made my night. Yeah, made it worth it.
Made what worth it?
The whole fucking journey up.
Yeah.
The hotel as well. Journey back down. Had to get a meal.
Yeah.
Pretty costly.
You would have had to eat anyway, like.
We had to add it up, but I would have had something from my own fridge, which would have cost
money for.
Would have cost a lot less, like, you know.
Yeah, electricity, mate.
Yeah, but the fridge would still go regardless, wouldn't it?
Oh, would it?
Yeah.
Is Brad Pitt even a fucking life?
We don't know.
Do you know what I mean? We haven't a clue
have
about
to find
Brad.
that out, yeah.
And we must get back to St. Patrick as well, because that poor fella was just abducted and put up on a fucking mountain up in Donegal minding sheep.
Oh, was that his story?
That's his story, man.
Yeah, I didn't
He's
realise.
up there minding sheep, like.
Couldn't that get anybody else for it, or they just stole Welsh lads and got them to mind sheep?
That's it. That was it. That was the way they used to do it back in the day. They just go over. They go, all right, let's fucking.
And what made him so special? So what made him stand out from the other Welsh lads that were stolen?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how he ended up becoming a saint then, like. But that's his origin story, like, you know.
Okay, well, it's just the snake thing is obviously.
Well, I think the snakes are a metaphor, really, like.
Yeah, I thought they were genuine anacondas.
No, I don't
Black
think.
mambas?
No, and if you think about it, he didn't get rid of all the snakes in Ireland as well, because there's like you can go to pet stores now and buy loads of snakes.
Yeah, ultimately he was a failure after.
Ultimately, he was a failure, like, and here we are fucking going up and down wearing green shamrocks as well. What's the story with the shamrocks?
It's glorifying a failure.
Glorifying, like, that's Ireland again. Oh yeah, let's celebrate the effort. He got rid of all the snakes, but you can go in there and get a fucking snake inside, and any pet shop worth its salt is selling fucking snakes. Fuck you, St. Patrick. Sorry, I take that back, actually. No, he did a lot of good.
Well, we don't know, did he?
Did he?
Well, I mean,
what did he do?
There are stories about Mother Teresa as well. Was she good or was she bad after?
I was actually, I'll tell you what now, I'm doing a shot.
That you do this?
This?
Yeah. What's that meant to mean? You're passing something on to me?
Well, it's just a gesture of kind of me trying to express myself. And like, as I said, like,
no, I like it. Yeah,
do you like it?
Yeah, I would do it all the time.
I don't know what I was going to say now. That's the only fucking thing, like, mate. You know, like, I was like, what I will say. Oh yeah, what I will say is, for those of you are listening to this now, that makes no sense. But for those of you who aren't listening, this episode will be on YouTube now as well, and you'll be able to go on to see it on YouTube on my YouTube channel, which the name escapes me at the moment. But I'll put it.
What's the point, honestly?
There's no point.
Turn it off.
There's no point. We didn't even turn it on. This isn't even on. This is just a rehearsal.
Is there a crossover from the listeners?
Is that on? It is on.
I wasn't going to repeat this again.
I did a podcast one time with someone and we were talking away for half an hour, and then I was like, I'm really sorry, man, I never turned that on. We had to go back and do it. And the second podcast was so bad.
Oh, it was the same, isn't it?
It was just like the energy was gone from the first. Do you know the way you have a bit of crack back?
Yeah.
Second time you're like, okay, you're going back over the same stories or whatever. Like,
it's not the same.
But
what are you on about? Oh yeah,
I don't know.
You were on about Mother Teresa. Did you find out some information about her? But then again, look, I found out that she did some nasty stuff. But then I found out there's more research that saying the people that have doubted her or really kind of blackened her name, they're actually wrong. So I don't know who to believe, really. I don't know.
Albanian,
yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. They think she's actually from India.
I think the majority of your audience, they're well read, would realise that she's from.
Well, obviously, my
Albania.
audience by 35 are fucking very well read. You know.
Would you think
now,
so?
I've got a lot of other listeners, mainstream listeners from all over the globe, by the way. You know?
What's your average listenership now these days?
Oh, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands over the lifetime of the podcast. Listen, mate, we're a grower, not a shower.
No, in fairness, no. You've been at it now for how long?
3 years.
3 years, and it's continually
going well.
It's not stagnating, is it?
No, it's going. No, in fairness, no. I take the piss, but my podcast listenership is probably doubling year on year.
That's very good, yeah.
And it's going great. And I'm hoping now with the videos and stuff like that we'll get it out to a wider population.
I think that's a good idea. The videos is a good idea.
We're going to record this now. What we'll do with this is what we did with last week's one. Is I'll find a 2-minute section in it, right? And I'll put a 2-minute clip.
You're going to go through all this for 2 minutes.
I know, yeah.
Get no one to do it, surely.
I will, yeah. I'll be like, have a listen to that.
So when you say you mean?
Well, yeah, the team.
Which will be her.
Which is Noelle. And if you see this, babe, you know I love you. She'll be seeing this now. She'll
just fast forward a random 2 minutes.
Yeah.
She's not going to listen to this.
But what I probably will do is I probably will find it myself. I actually will find a 2-minute clip, right? I'll be like, okay. No, I'll have to shift through. We've been talking there now for 26 minutes and you're not one of my, I suppose, like, and I don't want to put you down or anything like, but you would like this is just a filler episode.
The one day I'm off, I'm invited here and I'm just there to...
You're a filler.
Just a filler.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And like, I might... Do you know what? This is just a rehearsal. I probably won't even put this out. You know, but if I was to, let's say you were...
I feel a bit used, I'll be honest, man. I feel a bit used, I have to say.
No, but I am. I'm using you. So, like... I'll get a 2-minute clip.
Filler. How do my numbers do actually in the podcast? Not great, fair enough.
And this is the strategy behind it anyway, right? Is I get a clip. Right?
I don't care anymore. I won't be on EA.
We need to get to the bottom of St. Patrick, man.
Oh yeah, that's the extent of my knowledge. I didn't even realise he was kidnapped. I thought he just came more voluntarily than.
What's your first memory of St. Patrick's Day?
St. Patrick's Day, probably, to be honest, the whole Paddy's Day thing in school, and probably making something for Paddy's Day. There's some sort of vague recollection of doing something maybe in first class, second class, or maybe low infants, or whenever I made something, maybe a hat or something here.
I'm not going to put this episode.
I didn't know I'm not talking about Paddy's Day. Fucking Paddy's Day. Fucking trending topics. First of all, I don't look at the news.
First of all, you were like, I don't think it's popular at all. I actually don't think St. Patrick's Day. Sure, what is it any good?
So they're probably sick of Paddy's Day now, being fucking thrown down their throats.
They're loving this, man. They're fucking loving trending topics.
I had a session there with a podiatrist, and she it didn't come happy St. Paddy's Day. And like who cares?
Lala Padraig. Is that happy St. Patrick's Day? Osquelga?
Oh, I don't know.
Who cares? I tell you now, right? Look, society needs to have little things like this, and I think culturally it probably is good for Ireland. Do you know, it gives you an identity.
Oh no, of course it is.
You know, the shamrock is green, we're green. Do you know, from that point of view,
draws more attention towards us.
I get your general apathy towards the whole thing because we don't give a fuck about it.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? But you give a fuck about it for other people who don't give a fuck about it ultimately either.
Well, I think it's nice to hold on to some parts of our culture which is nice, and it's nice for other people to come in from different parts of the world to experience.
Oh
that.
Yeah, just for that day, is it?
Just
Such a
what are you trying to make me out to me? There's a narrative here. I don't know where it's going or where it's leading, but I just like to say probably not a racist. Okay?
No, he's not. Sure, you're married to a Mexican lady and fine lady.
She's brown, half caste, whatever you call them these days. God, you know, one of those.
Yeah, I don't actually think.
I think you can though if you're married to them.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're married to them, yeah, Tim. How do you want me to refer to them? Should I know that?
If you have kids, would they play for Mexico or would they play for Ireland?
Or they'll do dual citizenship, I suppose. Yeah, they can play with either of. Yeah, I'd be happy regardless if they play any type of sport. I wouldn't care about their pigmentation either. That's all it is, isn't it?
That is all it is.
That's all. Who cares? Like,
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, who gives a? I never got it.
Some people care. Some people really care.
I think that's a dying thing now, though, isn't it? I mean, those people, they're either like 70 or they're dead. Like.
No, mate. Racism is fucking alive and well.
I find it very odd.
It's alive. Look at fucking Palestine, man. That's racism. I know.
I forgot about them, actually.
Yeah, that's fucking a genocide. That's literally.
Yep. I see a lot of marches actually with the Palestinian march.
I go to an early march every week, man. I go to the vigil most Sundays inside in Mallow. I've been.
Even though are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
You go to the vigils?
I swear to God, most Sundays. And I was there last Sunday.
Did you go to the Kentucky after? Or is it just a
no?
Is
Genuinely.
there a reason why you're going there? You just happen to.
No, because I have solidarity with the Palestinian.
That's
people,
very
man.
nice. I think we always did it actually as Irish people.
Myself and Noel and the kids have gone to 2 or 3 marches in Cork. We've gone to a march in Carsiveen.
Is there a rough element now? I understand that maybe the march has good intentions and stuff, and a lot of people there are obviously it's good intentions and stuff. But I wonder, is it hijacked sometimes? One of my buddies was just seen a march. So he said it was kind of rough. He said the march began good and good intentions and stuff, and it was vibrant, but then it was getting a bit seedy, a bit rough, and there was a different element of people there.
Absolutely not.
No? Maybe that was just he's seen.
Absolutely not. I'll tell you now what he might have seen, right? So there was a massive march in Cork 3 weeks ago, where all the small towns across Munster galvanised to have the biggest march in Cork, and there was about 6,000 people at it, right?
Probably lads from Castlemagner, so.
So it was unbelievable, right? Mick, the fella, talked at it. There was music at it. Everyone was crying. Everyone was fucking chanting. Everyone was there in solidarity with the Palestinian flags. What's happening over there is a genocide, man.
Oh, yeah,
and it could happen over. It actually did kind of happen here, but I'll tell you what your friend might have seen, right? So we were marching down the main street. I randomly bumped into my 2 sisters and their daughter as well. So it was actually lovely. Myself, my wife, my 2 kids, my 2 sisters, and my niece were walking down, and coming up one of the side streets was one of these nationalist groups that tried to come together to try and hijack the thing.
Maybe, yeah.
And they did tricolour there. There was about maybe 25 or 30 of them there.
Maybe he's seen that element of him, yeah.
And I'd say he might have seen something like that.
No, but in fairness, he did say the majority was good. Yeah, he just seen that there was a kind of a nasty element towards the tail end.
No, I would encourage anyone who's listening to my podcast, anyone who I talk to, I would encourage everyone, if you can, to go out and support that movement, support Palestine. Go to a vigil. I went to a vigil in Mallow on Sunday, right? It's on every Sunday on the bridge, very close to your house.
I seen it on the bridge.
5 to half 5, it's half an hour, right?
Yes,
and this particular last Sunday, Man United were playing Liverpool, right?
What time was that on?
I seen it. It was clashing with the vigil, right? And I went to the vigil anyway, right? And it was Mother's Day as well. But it was really poorly attended, man. I was really angry, right? I was really angry. It was really poorly attended, and it was mostly women, and they were reading out what they did was like there was
the
like
soccer results.
14,000. I can't joke about it. That's one thing I can't joke about. Actually, I tried to write a joke about it for my new show that I'm working on.
When is too soon? I wonder with jokes. It's a very funny thing, isn't it?
Not when there's a genocide happening. In the now,
it's probably too soon now.
I mean, like, it's still going on. Like,
I was listening.
Ashley Strand said to us one time, if you have to say when is it too soon, it's too late.
I was listening to an Egyptian comedian on Piers Morgan, and he's obviously pro-Palestine. Like, very funny.
Is that a Patreon that you sign up for? Is it?
Yes, yeah. After I saved that £7, I've actually signed up to a couple more. That are probably great value, actually. Content very engaging. We should throw up a few links, actually.
We should. Yeah, we should.
You know, if people are struggling for for good content and really rehearsed podcasts.
Yeah. Well, this is very worse. I caught you for a loop there. You were like, he's making this up about Palestine. Imagine if I just said to you, ha ha! Ha ha! I don't even know. But no, I don't.
No, it's very good. No,
anyone who listens regularly will know. We talk about it a little bit on the podcast.
No, it's a very good thing. Yeah, it's obviously terrible. Yeah.
It's just fucking standing in solidarity. Like, we don't go. Like, the kids love McDonald's. We don't go to McDonald's anymore. Like, fucking we're boycotting anything to do with Israel, man.
No, fair play to you. I think you're actually putting action to your words. I think that's a very good thing. I think Ireland in general is very pro-Palestine, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, we do have that infinity towards them. So, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I still would like to know what's the story with
is this the only trending topic, Paddy's Achy?
Oh, sure, yeah. We can move on from
topics.
We can move on from trending topics. We can move on from St. Patrick.
What's the cut-off point usually for a podcast?
There's usually 3 kind of trending topics, and we're on. We could actually even cut this episode now if we wanted to. Like,
see, that's very good.
We've hit enough time. But like, what I like to do is I like to give the lads value for money.
I believe there's still people pay.
There's a lot of people interested in listening to this podcast.
Are you checking your, what's this?
This is the trending topics, mate.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So we've done St. Patrick.
We've done St. Patrick.
I'm not going to do soccer, because, fuck soccer.
The Champions League was actually a bit last
So
night.
we'll just go down here now till we see one that we fucking... Cheltenham?
I have no idea. What's the story with Eason's? Why is Eason's trending?
Let's find out. Eason's is trending. Pete, before we find out why it's trending, tell me about Eason's. We have a lot of international listeners, right?
It's a bookstore, isn't it? I don't
Here
know why
first.
we got so close.
Yeah, we got very close there. Do you want to take your top off, man?
I actually don't.
Into that cage there.
I don't know. I'm afraid of that cage where it's going afterwards, but sure, look, we'll pay that.
It's a fire guard, just in case people are wondering.
If I don't come back now, I love you very much. So
yeah, we'll just edit that bit out there, babe.
Eason's, why could that be fucking trendy, I wonder?
Am I the only person that calls it Eason's as in plural? Eason's. Well, Eason's is a famous bookstore in Ireland. I could not tell you the last time that I went into Eason's to buy a book, or went into any bookstore to buy a book. Waterstones is the main one in Cork now.
Waterstones, yeah.
And I used to love buying books. I used to go, I'll go to Cork now. I'll get a couple of CDs. I'll get a good book.
Do you read, I hope, I think you do, don't you? You read.
I don't read enough, to be honest. Noel's a very good reader. I definitely don't read enough. It is something that I...
Especially for your job,
Yeah, it's good for your... What's that thing which you do with the words? Again, do you know when you have vocabulary? It's good for vocabulary. That thing with the words. But, I don't read enough. I don't fucking know, do I have time to read as well? That's the other thing.
Well, I mean, a half hour in bed, until you could always make time for a half hour. Just...
Yeah, I suppose.
I think you could.
Do you read all the time?
I read a small bit. I like sci-fi, and I like what we call it, fantasy novels too. Yeah, I like those. I think. Why does the fucking smile just
fantasy novels
flicker on your face?
Like what kind?
Like I like world building. I like learning. New cultures being created. I find that fascinating. I was reading a book recently. There was kind of more of an African flair towards the fantasy. I thought that was really nice, because usually the fantasy novels are more kind of tailored towards it's kind of a Norse mythology or that sort of go. Whereas I thought this African flavour was really good, really nice. So I like all that, those arts.
What's the name of the book?
I'm no good with names.
Yeah, you made that up.
No. I have a buddy who I actually train with, and he's an avid reader. He goes through literally, he could spend 8 hours in a day reading. I wouldn't be that mad about it. But it's one thing I can never name books. I don't really care. But yeah, I like those art novels.
Have you ever? What's the most popular book you ever read?
Probably Lord of the Rings, I suppose.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. I've read The Hobbit too, and I actually read the Harry Potter books when I was away for the first time. I was in Mauritius.
Did you like them?
I did, yeah. I thought it was pretty good. It just brought me back to my old fucking school days. With mischief in school.
Yeah.
Sure, you remember those days?
Yeah, I do.
So I think anybody that can relate to that can maybe. I know it's Harry Potter, so people have actually going to Harry Potter next month actually to the play. In London.
Harry Potter the play.
Yeah. Actually, can't wait. So it'll be very good in the West End. So that'll be class.
Yeah. No, I would be a Harry Potter fan at all now, and but I love Lord of the Rings, and I read The Hobbit first.
Yeah.
A priest in my boarding school got me into it. Just a few sweets into the back of his car, and we went for a drive up, and he what? Oh yeah, sorry. But he used to read. He used to read in the ref. We'd finish school and we'd go down. We'd get a sticky bun and a cup of tea after school, and he'd sit up on a perch.
Good, very good.
Yeah.
No.
They weren't sticky when they came out of the oven. But he used to put his special sauce on them, and they were sticky then. And what?
Jeez, you were so encouraging about St. Patrick.
But
took a dark turn.
He read it. He used to read it out, and I remember he'd put. That's my phone gone down there now. We don't know.
That's in the trending topic, so unfortunately.
What was this topic that we were on now?
Sticky buns, was it?
Eason's.
Eason's, yeah.
Like, how the fuck did we get onto the priest's ejaculate on a fucking...
Oh, Jesus Christ. We should have just left it to their imagination, but shut up. You go ahead and you spell it out, Chris.
E-J-A-C.
To be honest, yeah, that's...
But The Hobbit, is unreal. And
wait, he used to read out the book to you in his car?
No.
Sharing buns?
No. Inside in the ref, where you'd get the buns. You'd be finished school, and he was passionate about. He was my English teacher, and he was passionate about English, and he'd be like, okay, I'm going to read this now.
That's right.
And he'd put life and vigor into every word. And I remember going, oh my God, this is an amazing book. And that was the first. I think that was the first. I read the Famous Five and the Secrets.
Yeah.
Did you read all them?
Yeah, we did when I was younger. Yeah.
When you were younger, but I think the first proper book I read was probably The Hobbit.
Yeah.
What's your favourite book?
He's actually first of all, he sounds like a good teacher.
Great teacher.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
and
great
to
teacher.
put life into the words is actually really cool. Not just the monotonous tone that we used to read the books in school.
No, and I was lucky enough that he was my teacher for. I remember I was in a different English teacher in 4th year, and I wanted to get into his class, and I don't know how I finagled it, but I ended up getting swapped into his class anyway. And because I remember he had. Do you remember when someone would be sick?
Yeah.
And, another teacher would come in and take their class for the day.
Yeah.
He came in and took our teacher was sick. Henshin was our English teacher, and he was really boring fella altogether. And then this fella went in, and I remember he was all laughing and he was all interested in a poem.
Yeah.
I love poetry to this day. I read Soundings all the time. Actually, now that I think about it, Soundings was my Leaving Cert poetry book. I have it inside. I'd read that.
And you said read it?
I'd often read it. I'd often read a poem out of it, just to myself, and I'd just enjoy it. And I'm taken back to his English classes.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing what words can do. And it's like a time travel device, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's amazing. Well, not really, that.
More than words is all you have. What song was that?
That's was it Electricity ad? Oh, what's the name of that band?
Wouldn't have to. I don't know.
It's like the throwback to the
90s?
80s, I think maybe 80s.
70s, 60s. We're in sync. The band from the 90s.
Always happy. Oh, where are they? Fucking that's going to we'll Google it later. They could just Google it now.
What's your favourite book?
I'm no good with actually names of books. I go through I must have been through maybe 30, 40 with the last maybe decade, but I couldn't tell you. I don't know names.
Have you ever read? My favourite book is called The Alchemist.
Oh yeah, The Alchemist. Yeah.
Have you read that?
No, I've not read it. It's what's his name?
Paulo Coelho.
Pablo Coelho. Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant book. But again, like the whole book itself, it's like only about maybe 120 or 30 pages.
Yeah.
Not a very long book.
Yeah.
And but it's like the whole thing is a metaphor.
Yeah.
Almost,
Yeah.
because it's a real simple story about this. Oh, this is brilliant about this sheep farmer.
It's gone full circle.
It's gone full circle.
What was his name?
Santiago.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Really cool.
If I didn't know his name.
Or if he's fucking petty.
And he's minding, his name was Patrick. He was Welsh, actually. The same cunt. Take off your top there and hop into the cage.
Or if you dance with me.
But yeah, that's a great. I kind of reread stuff. I've reread The Hobbit a few times, and I've definitely reread The Alchemist at least 7 or 8 times.
Would you be into? I could give you a few fantasy novels if you wanted.
No, I wouldn't. I don't I even like Harvey loves now watching Marvel and all that kind of stuff and Star Wars and stuff like that, and I watch that with him.
Yeah.
But like the idea of sitting down going, and the Klingons came from Qui-Gon 9 and flew in on their spacer jets.
Yeah, they do a better job than that though.
And atomic gold that they mined from the mounds of Moria.
I don't know. I just like I said, fascinated with just different worlds being created. You could just pitch them, and you could use your imagination to really get into the. I don't know. For me, that's a good thing. For me,
and
each their own.
Each to their own. Absolutely, each to their own. Oh look, there's a butterfly.
Lovely.
Hi, butterfly. That butterfly's in here for ages. I mean, I must try and get
what
him
today? Like
he's kind of just waking up now.
What's he surviving on here in this room? What do butterflies eat, actually? I mean, they should be out
there. You had casserole last night. We brought it in anyway, and he fucking ate it.
Fucking fair play to them. I can see the empty plate over, yeah.
Bertie's his name. Bertie the butterfly.
Bertie butterfly. That's nice.
Yeah. How are you getting on, Bert?
Isn't wildlife nice?
Sure, look.
Are you still growing potatoes, actually?
Well, I'm actually about to plant them there now in a couple of weeks. You actually plant them around this time.
You plant them here, yeah. Very good, yeah.
Plant them around this time, and they kind of come up then in August. Last year I got only an okay yield because I put them into a different plot. But I used the plot. Oh, not Bertie, bye. Come on in here. But I used the plot that I used them for year 1 last year to grow onions.
I just imagine someone online just going, potato yield. Next video. You get so passionate about potatoes. If that was me, I'd be like, go to Joe Rogan or something. There's loads of choices out there, lads.
You have to love minutia to love this podcast. That's what I would say.
There's so many choices, isn't there?
Like Conspiracy John on last.
He's Conspiracy
He's good, man. He's good. Have a listen to the fucking podcast. You find out, boy.
Yeah, but podcasts are funny. Like nobody really gives their real opinion.
No, he's good. He's very good. I'll tell you off air there now. Like fucking.
That's what it'd be.
Nah, he's great.
You never know. Is he still into conspiracies?
Oh yeah, we did a podcast on conspiracies last week.
Brilliant.
Yeah, he's a great farm. He bought a house and fucking and they're getting it renovated now at the moment. He's working very hard. He's in great form. He's in great form now, I have to say.
Sounds very good.
Yeah,
and very interesting actually.
A very interesting
guy. Man, very smart man actually.
Yeah. I don't know where are we going now?
Well, we went on to Eason's, but we had no idea.
Yeah, we kind of went off. And you read a lot, but you don't know anything
I don't know
that you've read.
I don't know titles of books.
I don't read at all,
So
and I was giving you forensic.
I mean, I offered you books.
We'll do one more of these trending topics, and we'll call it a day then.
Okay, no, that's nice.
And I just think we'll call this episode filler. TikTok.
Oh yeah, I'm not on it. Never was on it.
Never got onto TikTok.
Never on TikTok.
You're not a social media fiend anyway.
No. I was on Facebook, but most of the people. No, I wouldn't say that. It's just not my. I was going to say. It's just not my area. Do you know what? I just don't really like it. I get nothing from it, so I didn't really not too bother with it. TikTok and never was on. It's just short videos. I think there something now where they might be banned in America. So I caught a headline somewhere.
That's exactly what it is.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
So they're trying to ban it because apparently the Chinese are behind it and the Chinese are using it to infiltrate America or something like that. But now they're saying now Trump is going to use it in his election to say that he's not going to ban it, try and get the young voters. It's all a fucking what a meddlesome web we weave when first we practice to deceive. It is fucking America is a shit show. Like.
It's a shit show. Now tell me this: they say TikTok in China is more geared towards, we'll say, culture, that you're showing kids doing stuff of cultural significance or making stuff, building stuff towards engineering, whereas TikTok in America it's just like dance phases and crazes and nonsense. So is that true? Like I don't know. I was in Beijing, they have this thing.
No, what I'm acutely aware of is I just said America's a shit show, right? But I do have like 3 patrons from America.
So, are they paying ones?
They're paying ones.
Oh, okay.
And I have no Chinese patrons. So, if it means I'm going to lose,
you can be bought.
That's $15 there, right? And it's actually $6 to those Americans. Katie, one of the
where's she
patrons,
from?
She's from Louisiana, I think. She's down south.
Down south. You're from down south.
How
did she come across this podcast?
I'll tell you now how she came across.
Is that another thing? No, you're pointing now as well.
Sorry. Well, you asked the question.
No,
this is a way of communicating.
This is a softer version now.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
How Katie came across my podcast is through TikToks.
No way.
So she saw a TikTok of Chris Kent, right?
Very good.
Doing stand-up, okay? And then she started to watch Chris Kent's TikToks, okay? And then she started to listen to Chris Kent's podcast. That was called Tree by the Lee that I was in.
Yeah.
With Sinead Quinlan.
Very good.
And then she started listening to those, and then she started to follow presumably Sinead and myself. And then we stopped doing our podcasts, and then she came on and started listening to my podcast.
Jump chip went down.
And then liked it so much, right? This is
Is she still paying? She could be dead. Maybe just the money's been taken out of the account.
No. She only joined. Well, if she died, she only died yesterday because she's like already commenting about stuff on like. Will I read out? Fucking read out.
Read out one of our comments.
All right, okay. You're forcing me to do this now, like it's against my will, but So basically, TikTok is a long way around.
Did you just invent this little online creation? Or she probably doesn't even exist.
Well, we put up our first video yesterday on. We put up our first video yesterday.
What's her name? Katie.
Right. Okay.
Jeez, your hair is mental there.
Oh yeah. So Katie Long. Hello, Katie. How are you? It's $6 American a month, but it's still so worth it. Oh my God! What a fantastic endorsement from one. Yeah. Do you want to see that?
Oh, that's actually a person.
Yeah, that's actually a real person.
Yeah, I'm actually shocked.
Yeah, and there.
And she's actually American. Long. Or Long is Katie Long.
Katie Long.
That's more of a kind of. That's an Irish name, really.
Yeah, but she's living in America, mate.
She does the pronouns. American audience. She, her.
Yeah, that's what she is. She's a
she, her. Yeah. Do people do that? No,
people do that. I don't do it myself now. You know,
I suppose. Yeah.
You know, like each to their own.
Yeah, each to their own. You see that in the corporate stuff as well. You have to be very careful how you sign off.
Yeah. It's a different. Do you know, this world is expanding, right? And with trans people, right? And we're definitely not going to get into a topic of trans on the podcast now, right at the very end, all right? But I prefer to have someone that's
squeeze
trans.
It in 2 minutes.
I prefer to have someone on, and I have a few friends that are trans, so I'd have them on and let them explain as opposed to me explain it. But like what I feel, what it reminds me now is, we'll say, the revolution for trans people is the way gay people felt in the 70s. and 80s when they were starting to have the confidence and the bravery to come out and express who they were. And you know, whether you fucking agree with it or disagree with it.
I think it's a good thing. Yeah, everybody should be who they want to be.
I absolutely agree with that. I absolutely agree with that.
That's an easy one, yeah. Just once it doesn't interfere with other people's rights and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's the same with everybody. Like,
yeah.
You can be who you want to be as long as you don't interfere with who I am. Like, do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
I think that's a good thing. Yeah,
you know, but
that's a no-brainer.
But I do see that now that you say that with Katie there. Shout out to Katie. Fucking appreciate you. Love you so much.
Louisiana, Katie.
I probably got that wrong. It's probably not Louisiana, but it is
probably New York.
It could be Alabama. If I went in now,
down south.
She says y'all as well.
I say y'all. Southern drawl.
That's southern drawl. Georgia. She could be from Georgia. And I have two patrons from Texas, Debbie and Mike. Shout out to the patrons.
Oh, very good.
You know,
Texas.
And they get the drawl.
Are they kind of Republicans? Those lads?
They're my aunt and uncle.
Are they?
Well, Mike is Irish and Debbie is.
Is he a Trump man, like?
Trump till he dies.
Trump till he dies.
Trump till he dies. They're both shit shows anyway, man. Biden is a fucking joke as well.
Biden's a joke, yeah.
I don't know. Like,
well, Trump is favourite now.
Yeah, well,
he's odds on.
He's odds on, yeah. But is the American president really in charge? That's what I'd have to ask.
Yeah, ask David Icke. You know, they're just puppets.
They're just puppets.
They're just puppets.
Did we do 3 trending topics?
We did Eason's, we did St. Paddy, and we did
Fuck, we have to do one more, man.
What was it? I thought we were stumbling on something there.
We're contractually obliged to do one more.
Do you have any more sponsors, actually? Remember the lad that used to sponsor you, but he jumped ship as well, remember?
No. We parted way once the contract was over, and I haven't sought out another
so he just failed to renew it?
No, I said, look, listen, that's it now.
That's not like you were to say.
That's me, man. That's me. That's the way I work. You know, I'm to the letter of the law.
He was a nice lad.
We'll go on to the news. We'll see what's happening in the news.
Okay.
One second now. Did we do 3 though?
Oh yeah, there's Eason's, there's Paddy's. Anyone listening to this podcast, they're hoping yes.
They're hoping, like, you're all waiting for this to end. Like, oh, we did TikTok.
And TikTok as well.
We did TikTok.
There you have it.
Yes,
I'll take off my clothes, hop into the cage.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind there. Yeah,
straight up.
And look, see that thing that goes into your mouth there? Goes around there. Would you put that in as well? All jokes aside, fucking as always, anytime yourself and I sit down to do a podcast, it's never planned, it's never rehearsed, and we could fucking continue to talk.
Yeah, we could go on, yeah.
At this speed.
We say nothing off camera that we actually don't like each other, should we not?
I know I do. I like you. Do you not like me?
Oh, good night.
Okay. You don't like me?
It's a shame. We'll discuss it after. Oh, Noel can cut this. Yeah, no, I don't.
Oh, okay. Guys, if you like this podcast and you want to
it's awkward.
You want to subscribe to my Patreon. You're off? Yeah. All right. Will you do it again sometime? Yeah. All right. Good luck. Thanks for tuning in to Conversations with Cornelius. I'm Cornelius. Goodbye.